If you want to find out exactly how a high-end garden room gets built, then you're in the right place. What's going on, guys and girls? It's Prabhu from Poseidon Spaces here. Today, we're going to be looking at exactly how we design and build high-end garden rooms. Click that subscribe button and you'll find a link to our website in the description box below. Obviously, a foundation is a crucial part of a garden room. Every building needs a solid base. If your foundation isn't done properly, the building's going to start moving, it's going to be a mess. What we do is a raft foundation, which essentially means at the load-bearing walls, you go deeper and a bit shallower in the main area of the room. We don't do a subframe in most of our builds because it means that you can get more internal height. We do our floors straight over the concrete base with insulation boards. With the 2.5 meter height parameter, you want as much internal height as possible. As you can see here, there's no step up. It's a flush floor finish. And don't worry about water getting in. There's aqua drain in front, so no water's gonna seep in. And with the overhang of the roof, you don't have to worry about water getting in either. The building, as I said, it's a meter deep at the load-bearing walls. It's reinforced with steel meshing, proper sub-base, type 1 wackered down. And yeah, then your concrete goes in with your drainage pipes coming up in the relevant places. This garden room had a bathroom and a kitchenette. We excavated a trench here to run 2 drainage pipes and a blue poly pipe for fresh water. The 2 drainage pipes obviously being for storm and for foul. The drainage pipes through here underneath this brick wall and connecting into the manholes there where they'll be taken away to the local sewer system. The challenge for us here was getting underneath this brick wall. We had to grind out a few of the bricks, add a lintel to keep the wall supported, and ensure we were getting the 1 in 44 that building control requires. Right, so power. The garden room wouldn't be a garden room without electricity. We've run a 16mm 3-core cable underneath the right side of the garden. It connects up to the garden room's own fuse board and obviously on the other side to the house fuse board. We've run a 16mm armoured cable here as although a 10mm may have been alright for your standard lights and sockets, this particular garden room has a water heater for the shower, and we also wanted to future-proof for a potential hot tub addition coming, just to make sure no power outages occurred. At Poseidon Spaces, we steel frame our buildings. There's a lot of advantages to a steel frame. A steel frame is non-combustible, which means it's safer and you can get around certain building control boundary rules with it. It doesn't warp, it doesn't change shape over time, so you won't get internal cracking, and ultimately it's just a stronger product. So the structural engineer for this particular build specified 150mm wall studs and 200mm roof studs, so that's 8x2 and 6x2. You get peace of mind when a structural engineer has done the calculations for your building. You know it's safe and you know it's going to last. We externally insulate our buildings, which basically means your insulation is on the exterior of your wall. The external insulation we've used here is an insulated sheathing, so it's 75mm PIR and 11mm OSB. Not only does that make sure your U values are high, you know, it mitigates thermal bridging, but it gives you a nice solid thick wall. You've got like a 450mm thick wall here, which just, you know, it adds to that premium feel. Right, so the roof. We've gone with a one-piece EPDM rubber roof here. I mean, these are always good. They're long-lasting, relatively easy to install, so you know you're not going to have any problems, no leaks. We've also done a curb edge, so that is basically just a slight curb on either side of the roof, which channels any rainwater that hits the roof down towards the back and doesn't allow it dripping off the side. I know we briefly discussed the steel frame, but let's discuss exactly how the walls are built up. Okay, so you've got your soundproof plasterboard on the inside, then you've got your studs. Between the studs is the RWA 45 sound deadening, making sure the space is fully soundproofed. Then on the outside of the frame, you've got your insulated sheathing, which is then wrapped in a breather membrane, battened and cladded. The battening obviously creates the airflow behind the cladding, and the breather membrane allows water vapor out, but stops water from getting in. And that's pretty much how our walls are built up. So just as an example of how good the soundproofing is, have a listen. So the sliding doors. Now these are a relatively complex install. You know, you've got to make sure your frame's completely level. The door panes itself, they weigh 150 kilograms. So it does take quite a few men to install these doors. We've also done it so that the internal tiles and the external slabs are built up to the height of the bottom track, so it gives that flush floor really premium look. And yeah, as I said, I mean, a complex install but worth the hassle. In terms of aesthetics, I don't think they can be beaten. As we discussed, we've got a kitchenette in here, we've got a bathroom. We talked about how our drainage pipes were run. We've actually got one coming up right about here, which the kitchen sink funnels into. We've got a couple coming up in the bathroom area as well. The fresh water for the building actually comes in right over there. It then connects into the water heater and works its way around the walls into the shower and bathroom area. So we got our water coming in, we got our water leaving, everything running smooth. Right guys, so that should give you a pretty good idea of what's involved in building a large-scale, high-spec garden room. Now, there's obviously a few different ways it can be done, both in terms of the methodology and the materials you use, but I feel that our recipe, if you will, leads to something of far higher quality than what else you can get out there. You know, with the steel frame, the external wall insulation, the flush floor concrete foundation, everything's engineered to provide you with a building that's going to last a lifetime and for you guys to make great use out of. Not to mention making it actually worth what's a fair few quid that people are paying for garden rooms nowadays. I hope it was an entertaining watch for you all. Smash that like button, subscribe and share with anyone you think might find it interesting. So next time we're going to be looking at the different uses you could have out of a garden room. Should be quite an interesting one. If you're thinking about getting one built, then give us a call, or you can find a link to our website below. Hopefully hear from you soon, and you'll definitely be seeing more of me soon. See you next time, everyone.